What's good? This Fame.
This PdotC, and we just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
Baby, tell me what's your name, tell me what's your age, tell me what you like, tell me what you think, I know I got a rap.
All right, so we got Fame and PdotC jumping off the porch with us today.
Definitely. Happy to be here, grateful. We appreciate your time, for sure.
Yeah, no problem. Welcome, guys, man. Welcome, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, so how you guys feeling today, man?
We feeling good. We in Atlanta. We enjoying the vibes, man. Loving it.
Good weather, good girls, just good atmosphere. I like it. I like the South in general,
Yeah, get you some of that Southern hospitality.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
Nothing like it, actually.
Absolutely, man. So what have you guys been working on since you touched down in the city then?
Honestly, we just kind of been hanging out with some friends. We did like a couple other like interviews, podcasts, and stuff like that. And it's just more so just networking and just hanging out, honestly.
Yeah, really just enjoying Atlanta. Every time we come down here, we just try to tap in, have a good vibe, and it show us love all the time.
Nah, definitely, man. That's what's good, man. Yeah. So you guys are from Hartford, Connecticut.
Yeah,
right?
born and raised, the north end to be specific, but Hartford.
860 New England, definitely.
Yeah. And I've only had a couple people from Hartford, only a handful from Connecticut.
Oh, yeah.
So I need y'all to fill me in, man. Like, what's there to do in Hartford? What's the culture like?
There's a lot going on. It's definitely an up and coming city now, for sure. It got a lot of talent. It's just the outlet's not really there.
Yeah.
I think we between Boston and New York, so it's right. We like an hour and a half from both. You know what I mean? So it's really just. It has like the culture. You got to be in it. It's a small city, but there's a lot going on, a lot of potential for sure.
Yeah, and Hartford specifically is like a big Jamaican culture there. So
oh really?
Yeah.
See,
yeah.
I wouldn't even know
a lot of
that.
people are surprised. Like a lot of people just think it's just like nothing but white people in Connecticut.
Yeah, you think the suburbs or some stuff like that.
But Hartford is a big. Our parents are from Jamaica and stuff like that. So it's a big like outlet for that. So just growing up, that's kind of like. We'll listen to like Vibe Cartel, Movado, Idonia, like this Jamaican dancehall artist who was lit. So that's what we grew up on.
That's hard right there.
Yeah.
So you guys are twin brothers,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's older? Who came out first?
Me, 20 minutes, strong 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Shout out to my mom.
Shout out to my mom, man.
You gotta claim them 20 minutes, man. Hold it over his head.
That's a long time, man.
Man.
Nah, that's what's good. So have you guys always been like really close, or has there ever been like a sibling rivalry between you guys?
Maybe just bumping heads. We brothers, but we always been close. Like this is my best friend, this is my blood. I always say my day zero. People got day one, this is my day zero. So
for sure,
he been with me before anything was happening. So.
Yeah, and it's all love, and that's that's why like it's dope for me to do like music with him. Like I wouldn't want to do it with anybody else.
Right. Yeah, no, that's hard right there. Yeah. Man. So going back to you guys' childhoods, like what were some of your hobbies? What were you guys into growing up in Hartford then?
Really just running around, man. Like I think we was always outside kids, like for sure. Like outside, like being in the neighborhoods, growing up on the north end, it was a lot to do. At least at the time, just being outside was always fun.
Yeah.
On the north end, and then as we got older, my dad is a producer, so he was always into music, reggae music, dancehall music. So we always had music around us, and then as we started getting older, we just started to like do music ourselves, rap around the city, form groups and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then like we also like during high school, we still do it now as well, but we used to throw parties and stuff back in the day, and that's kind of how we got like our name for the most part. We used to just have like either like cookouts or like house parties or just parties at venues. So that's kind of how we kind of just like established ourselves in the city a little bit.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you guys went to Virginia State University.
Yeah, man. HBCU. Shout out Virginia State Trojans, man. It was a great time. Virginia, like I said, the South, man, it's dope. Virginia, it was a good vibe for us, honestly. Like that experience, it was kind of like an eye opener for us. Kind of a culture shock coming from Connecticut to go to Virginia, and we were the type, like we wasn't just going back to Connecticut, like we would be stuck in Virginia, sometimes the holidays we'll just be in Virginia and soaking up the vibe, because like that 8-9 hour drive wasn't worth it, whatever. And we wasn't just getting flights to go down there. So, but overall, it was a dope experience. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Met a lot of dope people, and just experienced life, and I grew.
Okay. Echo everything he said. It was like the experience was like priceless. I can't even, you know what I mean? I can't even like recreate that feeling and those experiences. It's like once in a lifetime, man. It was everything we needed at the time, I think.
Yeah, and I would just say like anybody, like honestly, like the concept of school and how society does it, it is kind of like I won't say like a bad thing, but like the way they have it set up is weird. So, but the experience is what it's about to me. Like honestly, like regardless of what you majoring in, whatever, just experience it. At least, like I say, anybody at least do a year and see how it is, and go somewhere far if you can.
Get out your comfort zone.
Exactly. It's like you got to get out that comfort zone to really kind of experience something different.
Right.
Absolutely. So what did you guys get your degrees in, man?
Business management.
Business
management. And we felt like that was like, we've been doing that. Like we were just saying, as we growing up, we've been like throwing events and stuff like that. So a lot of what we were doing, we were generating like our own cash flow. So that kind of like, that was the reason why we didn't get into anything else. Like, so being in the city, you could get involved in so many different things. But the fact that we were throwing events so young and we had like, we were like very popular, so our events were always plussing. So we was just like making profit. So when we went to school, it was just like, yo, we just gonna do business because we've been doing this. It was natural for us.
Nah, that makes sense, man. So what'd you guys do after college? Did you go back to Connecticut, or where'd you guys go?
Yeah, we went back to Connecticut for a little bit, trying to figure out, you know, to me, it felt like I was backtracking because we went to Virginia and then I went back home and I was just like, all right, you know what? I gotta kind of be back in my creative space and be around like people. So we just started uptaking it on the music side and like just going hard with that for sure.
And then eventually we just moved to New York or whatever. So been in New York for like a good like 7 years now. Yeah. So just soaking up the vibe out there as well because we just felt like it was more opportunities from a music level.
Absolutely.
A lot going on. But Connecticut is growing as far as music as well. So it's dope. Back then it wasn't like much going on, but now it is.
And there's like a lot of Connecticut artists going crazy right now.
Yeah,
man.
man.
De Niro, like Annoy, Chris Webby,
like,
my Miles,
boy.
Mega. Like it's a bunch of Connecticut. Like it's like I feel like Connecticut is low key like the underground kings. Like you know, at least New England, because it's always a scene out there. It's just people gotta tap in to see.
And especially Hartford, like it's some really dope people. Like my boy Born IE, the God I'm like he fired to me, and Bloodbath Blair, my boy Vincent. Like it's crazy dope Connecticut artists, man.
Yeah. So how important is it to move around to different cities then to kind of network, coming from Connecticut then?
Yeah, I think it's important because I think being from a small city, I think everybody from Harvard at least got like a chip on their shoulder, or anybody from like a small city feel like they got to prove themselves, you know what I mean? But, you know, when you go to these other cities, they're like, where you from? From Harvard, they're like, where's that at? You know, like in Connecticut. You know what I mean?
But it is.
But it's important to like at least again like just getting out of your comfort zone and meeting new people. You know what I mean? Because I think your reach could be endless. You know, when you connect with the right people.
Absolutely. And I think it's just important just to kind of establish your identity and just that's why we keep pushing the Connecticut New England thing. You know, because we're proud of where we're from, and we just want to make that known because, like, to me, like some of the great music that I listen to, I kind of get like a personal insight of where that person is from. Like, I remember when I was first listening to J. Cole and him being from North Carolina, moving to New York, playing basketball, started rapping, like all these stuff that I know just from the music, and that's what we try to do as well.
Yeah. So what was it like getting the opportunity to rap for Cole and for Drake as well then?
Man, that was a crazy experience. Like it was like during the Club Paradise tour, they was on tour, they stopped in Hartford, Connecticut. Again, small city, so when anybody come, we know where they at. You know what I mean? We know where they at. So we was outside like till like 4 a.m.
Saw they tour bus, man, and we were just waiting.
And Drake and a bunch of people like came off the tour bus. We just like ran up to him like, yo, Drake, let me spit for you real quick. And he was like, all right, come on, pull up. So we rap in the crowd. You know, it's J. Cole there too, and a bunch of Dreamville people. And I'm like, whoa, this is like a dream. You know what I mean? Because it was just like they was like the biggest, they the biggest artists, you know, in my opinion, as far as like what they're doing. But at the time, still, they were just so big, and just inspiration, and like rapping for your idols is like a dope feeling. I'm pretty sure anybody who want to play ball would have loved to play against like Kobe or LeBron or something. Like, you know what I mean? So same experience.
Yeah, man. It's just like, I remember it like yesterday, honestly. Like, it was important because that's like a key point where we was like, yo, we can really do this. Like, we good enough. We got what it takes. Let's just keep pushing.
And we had the energy, and they just like embraced us. Like, mad love. Shout out to Mike Shaw, bro. Always show love. Mike Shaw
from Dreamville. Yeah,
that's like a once in a lifetime.
I know, like, yo,
and both of them. That's the crazy part.
It sounds so unbelievable. That's the crazy part. Like, sometimes I don't even believe it. Like, and back then we wasn't like. It wasn't like, let's get this on video. We just got a picture, and that's it. We just happy for the experience. Like, fuck it.
No, that's dope, man. Yeah. So what part of New York do you guys live at right now?
Brooklyn. I'm in Bed-Stuy right now.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So was that an easy transition going to Brooklyn? You know, it's a lot different than Hartford, and I'm sure it's a lot different than Virginia too.
Yeah, for sure. New York is a beast. It's really like that sink or swim city. Like, you really got to start swimming, man. You know what I mean? It'll take you under, but it's a lot going on. It's so many different pockets for everything. Like, I feel like being from a small city, I had to go out and find like rappers or find videographers or find actors or people who's into fashion. In New York, all those people are there, and they got their own circles, and you can just tap in like organically.
Yeah, it's like a community for anything. Like, that's how I see it. Like, especially for like a creative person. Like, you could find your little niche and then find people around it and network. And I'm sure it's like that anywhere, but I just feel like New York has more of a broad scope of it.
Understood, man. So what does a studio session with you two guys look like?
Oh, man. I mean, we doing everything like in-house now, but when we were like going to the studio, we like clocking in, clocking out. Like, any of the engineers know we come in, we probably record like 3-4 songs, knock it out. Every session, we don't play that.
Yeah, because we don't really believe in like just wasting time. Like, a lot of people go to the studio session and want to write a song right then and there. Like, for me, it takes me time to write a song. So like, I'm coming to the studio with 3 songs ready to record. I'm not sitting there writing there because they charging you. Like, it's just a waste of time to me. But I mean, I understand going there, catching the vibe, and something great could come out of it, but I'm more so use the time wisely. Like, just knock it out.
The same effort in writing it, I want like the same focus in recording it. Like, I want to hear, I want to do ad-libs different, I want the beat to drop different, you know, stuff like that. So we pay attention to that.
Yeah. Who's most likely to do the hook of the song between you two?
Yeah, I think it's like an either or. It just depends. Like, how we usually like make songs or tracks, usually like, I'll listen to a beat, and if I come up with a hook or whatever, I just send him a voice note and vice versa. Sometimes we'll be chilling together and try to write something together too, but mainly it's just I'm listening to a particular beat, or he's listening to one, and we send voice notes over. Be like, yo, just put a verse on this, or do the hook on this, or whatever.
Understood, man. So how would you like describe your sound, or are you guys very versatile with this?
I think we try to, I mean, we hip hop fans, like we love hip hop, so we definitely try to be, put a lot of content into the songs when we do it, like relationship songs. I say we make like hip hop love songs sometimes. You know, we try to just vibe. I'll say, to sum it up, like, we just like make smooth, cool, chill music for people. You know what I mean? Anything that you wanna listen to while you're on the train or on the drive, perfect. Put in that Fame and PdotC on your Spotify. I'll say it's the soundtrack to your lifestyle. You know, whatever you got going on. If you want to feel motivated, if you're working out, if you're going through something with your girl or something, or whatever. Like, we just make lifestyle music. That's how I describe it.
That's dope right there. So what can you tell us about this 100 tracks or deal campaign?
100 tracks or deal. I'll be honest, man. Rest in peace, Nip. I got the idea because back in the day, he was selling his mixtapes for $100. And I was just like, all right, I need to start my own campaign in some way, shape, or form. So I did 100 tracks a deal. So we was just like, you know what, we just gonna put out 100 free tracks on the internet, and whatever happens, happens. And as we're doing that, everything needed to come. Like, we were getting great producers. Shout out to Esco.
Shout out Esco Beats, man. He killing it right now. Sullivan Beats. Connecticut owned Sullivan Beats.
Like, so we tapped in Perry Beats. Like, we tapped in with so many producers that was just like, yo, we see what y'all doing. we want to send y'all beats to help this campaign. And as we're doing it, we're just getting better with the songs, better with the lyrics, better with the songwriting. And I'll say this, in this 100 span, like the 80th something song called Love, Sex, and Water that we made went crazy. Went crazy online. So stream Love, Sex, and Water. It went crazy for us. But I think, again, like we real big on work ethic, so we was just like, yo, if we gonna do something, I want to put a promise. So 100 tracks a deal. We did those 100. We probably like on 200 now. Going crazy. You know what I mean? I got it tatted on my arm. You know, we was doing it for real. So
and it was just more so just keeping us consistent. Like we had to focus, create like whatever music that came to mind, and just, you know, we just wanted to get better. And that's honestly what it did. And like you said, Love, Sex, and Water is our most streamed songs right now, and it's lit. And it's grateful when it came out of us just being consistent. Right.
Yeah. Talk about the inspiration for that song then.
Oh man, it was, I remember it perfectly as it was coming to me. It was a Sullivan beat, shout out my boy Sullivan. And I was just walking down the block in Brooklyn, just walking, you know, the beat was just vibing. And again, I think it's like just a hip hop love song. It's just describing like what I would, if I was to describe love and what the ingredients will be, like all together, it gotta be love, sex, and water. Like it gotta be organic, refreshing, and all that. So I think with that song, I was just describing that experience and like what I will, like if I was to drink water, like it'll be, or drink love, it would be a mixture of those kind of experiences, you know.
So you get done with the song. Do you realize what you're sitting on? Do you expect it to do what it does?
It's crazy.
Listen, I remember, as soon as I put the headphones on, recorded the hook, I said, yo, nah, this the one. Like, I don't know what it was. It was just like, as soon as he did the hook, like, and I heard the voice note beforehand, but when we went into the studio and recorded, I was like, yo, this is golden. Like, you know, you don't project or see what's gonna happen, but it just started going crazy, man. Like, I don't know. Like, till this day, it's just like, wow.
It's still going crazy, and you know what I mean? You can't really, you know, it's up to the audience and the fans to really, you know, dictate what's really going, but like, again, I don't know if it was like just the energy in the room and the stars aligning. We just knew that one was gonna go crazy.
Does it take off right away as soon as you drop it, or does it take a while to catch on?
It took a while. It took a while. I want to say like it was just one of those songs like we were sitting on. We put it out and I just knew it because I knew I was just playing it back to back to back, and I was just like, all right, I listen to my music, but I listen to so much crazy music in a time span. But I was just like, I'm playing this two back to back. This gotta go crazy. And what was the first thing that we noticed? Because I think we got everything on our phone through Spotify and Apple Music, our statistics. But it was a day.
I remember one day, like I remember vividly how I was in Maine for work one day, and I remember looking at that Spotify for artists, and then one day it just had like 3,000 streams in one day, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on right now? And then from there, just start going up and just start picking up, and it's just so weird. But I say like one indication that we knew it was golden too. We had met Russ one time. Shout out to Russ, but he came to like. He had like some speaking engagement at NYU. And this is before the song is even out. So anybody who's on our YouTube, you can see the video. But we playing the song for Russ, like, yo, this ain't out yet, but we want you to hear this song. And he just like, yo, this song is fire. Like, we don't have a video yet. He's like, I got a video. I'm like, nah, it's not out. Like, just want you to hear it. And he's like, nah, man, this is it. And then we just knew it. Like,
put it out. And I think the collaboration of making a song, like, and then meeting Russ, because we put that video on our YouTube. People were like, all right, so where the song at now? And we put the song out, and then all of that just started compounding, and it just went crazy.
And I will say also, like, for whatever reason, a lot of people from Germany was picking it up. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah. And I just remember like back then, like when we first released it, a lot of people was hitting us on like Snapchat and Instagram, like, yo, this song is fire. And it was just people from Germany. So like, if you check like our like fan base, a lot of it comes from like Berlin, Munich or something. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. How does that feel to have your music travel all the way around the world like that?
It's dope, man. You know what I mean? Like they, again, like we from Hartford, Connecticut, and then music in Germany, that's dope, man.
Yeah, man.
That's like, if I was to say what's like, you know, why I really, really love hip hop, or like that feeling that just I can't explain, is like me taking the idea of a song, recording it, and then putting it out. and you know what I mean, anybody could hear it. Like that's like real life manifestation.
Yeah.
Yep. No, that's super dope, man. You guys just put out this new song called Circle.
Yeah.
So what can you tell us about Circle?
Yeah, Circle, man, it's just more of kind of like a concept song about the people that you have around you. You know, you got to be mindful because you kind of feed off that energy. So if it's negative, like that negative is going to feed into your soul some way. So it's all about knowing how to isolate those people, or identify those people, and kind of step back from them. So that's kind of the concept of it for sure.
Okay. You guys got a video planned for that one, or?
We probably won't do a video for that one, but
you might do some content.
Yeah, we'll probably do some content.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And earlier this year, you guys dropped that project, Girls on Road.
Yeah. So Girls on Road, man, it came off of kind of like a trilogy. So the first project was Girls on Tour, Girls Who Travel, and then Girls on Road. And it pretty much is kind of like we kind of center the songs around kind of like a female concept. You know, we're talking more about relationships and stuff like that on those projects. Yeah. And it's short and sweet, and a lot of people tend to like it. So we just kind of keep that concept, girls on whatever, and we're gonna keep doing that.
I got you. So what's the next project? You guys already started on it?
Not yet. We just, for the most part, we just like flooding the, platforms with music and singles. You know, we just flooding out. And then when we come together and make an album, we either gonna pick some songs or start fresh, you know, but we gonna come up with that idea, that concept, what we wanna talk about. And then if some songs that's already out align with it, we'll put it on a project. But if not, we're gonna start fresh and like get that vibe together.
Yeah, and I'll say it's more so of us kind of tapping more so like on the independent grind, because like we look at people like Russell, Larry June, Currency, and how they flood the market with music, and we just doing that on our end as well. Like we want to put as much music out, quality music, and hopefully people gravitate to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What do you guys feel like are some of the biggest challenges you face as an independent artist in the game right now?
I think like growing up, like, and I'll equate it to sports. Like if you were playing ball your whole life, you want to make it to the NBA. If you were rapping your whole life, you do want to get like a major deal. But it changed, right? The scope is a little bit different to where independent artists could like own who they are while rapping.
Yeah.
And I think that's a little bit of a challenge, because you want to market yourself the right way, or at least learn how to. Like, you know, if you're a rapper and all you do is rap, you might not know how to like market and make content and all that stuff, versus you might have people, if you were a major, you might have people that's there for you to do that. So I think independently just finding that team, and then just finding your routine and your other talents, because we do a lot of our own videos and all that stuff. And you know, we record in our crib like independently by ourselves and stuff like that. So learning other skills is definitely gonna help you in those little challenges.
Yeah, for sure.
Gotcha, man. So what's the next single or video you guys plan to drop? You got something tucked away?
Yeah, Save a Life gonna drop next Wednesday.
Next song
week.
called Save a Life.
So again, we flooding the DSP. So anybody who's tapped in on like our Spotify, Apple Music, they probably gonna see a new song like every other week. That's how we moving.
Yeah, and as far as videos, it just depends on like what we're feeling at the moment. We'll probably shoot some next month or something like that. Probably towards the end of the summer and see what's going on. But yeah.
Okay. So Save a Life. What's that song about? What can you tell us about that one?
Yeah, he on the hook for that one.
Yeah, Save a Life. Honestly, it's about. I'm pretty much hoping that the stuff that I put out in the universe can save a life, as far as whatever you got going on, whatever you're going through, I hope the music is able to help you get through that. This life thing is a blessing, and I want people to appreciate that. Sometimes we living too much for like the future instead of being in the present. There's a lot going on, and I just want people to understand that, for all we know, we only get one of these, and you got to just live it to the fullest. So I want this music to kind of motivate you to keep going.
Yeah, and that's like the theme of like how we, like our motivation. Like we want someone to listen to a song and like feel it. Like, you know what I mean? Just like feel it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna play this. Like on our way here, like we was playing like J. Cole, the warm up mixtape. That's like a classic mixtape. music, but I will forever go back to it because the feeling that it gives me, you know
Absolutely,
what I mean?
yeah. That's what music's all about,
Yeah,
too,
man, definitely.
Yeah. So what's some goals you guys got set for yourself for your music careers? Then?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely going on tour. We definitely want to go to Germany to tap in with the Germany folks, and then just scale it all the way up, like independently, and control our narrative, like how we want to be presented, and like really work with some dope artists, because we fans of hip hop, like you know, we fans of music. I want to work with whoever like that I grew up listening to and who's hot right now. You know what I mean? I want to network, and I just want to make great music. Like, I want to tap in. Like I wanted to go #1 on DSPs, all that. Like all that's the goal.
We coming for the Grammys, everything. Like honestly, like we trying to reach the highest level possible as we can, especially as independent artists, and just motivate people all around us.
And then also just put a spotlight on the New England area.
Yeah,
like,
man, we need that.
Up there, Massachusetts, like Rhode Island, like New Hampshire, Maine, all them. Like it's crazy up there.
I feel that. What's some advice you guys would share to the youth coming up right now?
The youth, I'll say, man, I wish somebody would have like just tapped in with me as sooner, but I think, right, they always say like perception is your reality. And as we go through life, there's other things that might alter that perception or get in your way. But if you're more so internally, like your perception is more so like what I want to see today or what the outcome of this I want, if you look at it more like that, you'll get a lot more done and your life will be exactly how you want it to be versus those outside things like altering your perception. So I say just do as much work on yourself as possible. And it might be a maturing thing. You might not know when to do it. You probably got to go through some stuff to get to that point. But if I was like 14 and someone said, yo, just do everything you got to do so that you could get better, period. And they probably said that, but I need somebody to just drill it into me. Just get better, think better, you know, learn better, and you'll be perfect.
Yeah, and I'll just say, like, it's all about try to be self-sufficient. Like, one thing, especially like back when the pandemic and stuff like that, people got to understand, like, especially when it comes to these jobs, bro, like they don't care about you. Like, so you got to learn how to be self-sufficient. And I'll say just definitely work on like the financial literacy aspect of it. Shout out to like Earn Your Leisure. They just had the Invest Fest last week and like so stuff like that. I would tell the youth kind of look into that. I know social media could be like addicting and you looking at all this negativity, but try to focus on certain areas of growth. And I would say that's a main one because it's all about like the cash flow and how you want to kind of live a more free life instead of living like this 9-to-5 structure that really isn't. I mean, for some people it's dope. Like if you like that structure, it's cool. But I just think, you know, where you're on this world for a bigger purpose. Like whatever you're doing for work, that's not your end all be all. That's not your identity. Right.
No, that's solid advice right there.
That's how I see it.
All right, you guys got any shout outs you like to give before you wrap it up here?
Man, I just say, man, shout out to y'all first and foremost. For sure. Definitely this platform, y'all doing dope stuff, so definitely appreciate it. And then shout out to Connecticut, the whole New England, man. We putting that on. So everybody who tapped into music, tap into Connecticut, New England artists, we coming hard and we making a statement.
Yeah, man. Shout out Atlanta, you know, we appreciate y'all. And just shout out all the people that we've worked with our music journey. Like you said before, Sullivan Beats, Esco, all the Connecticut artists for sure. We just want y'all to know, man, we support y'all too, and we just want to see everybody win.
Y'all got some wavy A6 so Hartford dudes up
there. Yeah, for sure, real Hartford, man.
Baby, tell me what's your name, tell me what's your age, tell me what you like, tell me what you think. I know I got a rep with all these hoes, but